Hi everyone, this is Sharon. This is a video update of the garden, and I'd like to show you the herb garden first. Going up now to my orange geraniums in a pot, and they're quite a pretty orange geranium, and next to it is a cucamelon in hanging baskets. I think James Wong brought these onto the scene quite a few years ago. They were quite expensive, £4, but you get 4 plants and they're quite fussy. But I've never grown them before, and they're supposed to be about the size of a grape and taste like cucumber and lime, which might be nice halved amongst the lettuce in a salad. Next you can see my chives. That's like apple mint, and that gets used a lot for mint sauce and new potatoes. And right up the top there is Moroccan mint, which they use to make the tea, Moroccan tea. And the leaves are so different. In Moroccan mint, the leaves are shiny, glossy, quite pointed. Has a wonderful smell. And the apple mint, they're very big and furry, and they look more not as shiny. Here's my French lavender, still flowering, waving away in the breeze. The bees have been on that constantly. That was my new little plant I got in the middle of the pot. There was the lemon verbena, which smells lovely. This smells like sherbet lemons, if you remember those sweets. And I've got some pinks in the trough with it. There's a thyme. That's just a common thyme. There's another mint. I keep them grown all separate. That's eau de cologne, which they use for the scent. And then there's a common sage, common thyme, and one of the many hollyhocks that have seeded themselves around the garden. It's got very tall already, and it's ready to burst into flower. And the bees really love them, they adore them. There's my other cucamelon in a hanging basket. I think I could see some little tiny, look like flowers on the end, just on the tips of the plants, which may be a good sign that I'll get some fruits from it. And this is a lovely rose. It's from a cutting my dad gave me many years ago. Thanks, Dad, wherever you are. And it smells lovely, and he got it from a cutting, and it's right next to the window, and it's lovely to look at when I'm sitting down in the sitting room. And that's scrambled almost to our bedroom window now. It's gone right up the hedge, and there's loads of buds on it. Now it's June, and when the wind blows and the flowers are over, it's like confetti falling down. There's my little Buddha with his shells, and my pot marigolds, which are open this time. I promised to show you them open, and they absolutely glow in the sunshine. They're a very useful plant. They're used for balms, lip balms and hand balms, and they're just a really lovely flower. And there's a lavender next to it, and this is the plant which we bought back as a cutting from Lyme Regis. has a purple flower. They're just beginning to open, and it's a lovely reminder because the apartment we stayed at overlooking Lyme Regis is no longer there. We were the last ones there, and they were selling them as individual properties, and I think most of the plants were pulled up, but we've got that lovely reminder. And this is my sweet bay, which is brilliant for cooking. You dry the flowers, you dry the leaves. They're marigold flowers around the bottom. You can use it for cooking, and also the dried leaves can be used for smudging, like white sage. You put them in a metal bowl and set light to them, and you can cleanse your rooms by smudging, and it smells lovely. Even the dried leaves, when you crush them, have got a beautiful scent. That's my perennial sweet pea, climbing up the ivy hedge. It's a shame it has no smell, but I have a fragrant annual sweet pea in a pot. Another hollyhock self-seeded. This is near to where the spider lives, but we'll leave her alone. This is my purple loosestrife in a little fountain. The fountain's not on today, but it's got quite tall and it has beautiful flowers which the bees love. Another lavender, French lavender, in the fairy garden. Another self-seeded hollyhock, and then my yellow roses. That's Dad's rose, which we don't know the name of, but I think it's quite an old one. Lovely glossy leaves. That rose is a Rosa complicata, and we got that from a country fete a long time ago, and it's scrambled right up to the top of the hedge, and it looks like it's going to scramble along the top of it. It's done really well this year. This is one of 2 thornless roses I have, and it's a climbing rose, and the scent of it is a bit like oranges. I've got the name of it somewhere in my seed packet. And we find during the year that the leafcutter bees like to use this one, and the Rosa complicata. We see them flying across, and they cut perfect half circles in all the leaves. It's a very lovely rose. This is in the greenhouse, and I'm so happy to say I've never seen so many flowers on my tomatoes. It's just so abundant of flowers. It must be because they're cherry tomatoes, but I don't know the variety because we had a bit of a disaster early on in the year, and we lost they all fell out of the little greenhouse they were in. The little portable greenhouse tipped over, and all the labels fell out, and the pots were all over the place, but I managed to save the tomatoes. But they were all cherry tomatoes. but it'd be a lovely surprise to see which ones they are. There's so many flowers on them. It's amazing. I hope you like this video. Blessings, Sharon.